Good evening, everyone. If there's anybody in here, if there's anybody out there, just wanted to go with a quick live stream. Ontario Homestead. How you doing, Bill? Hi, Rose. How you doing? Welcome. Good to see you here. Hope everyone's well. Everyone's well and safe. So if we get a few people in here in the chat, oh, you're gonna eat chicken, Bill? Night. What kind of chicken you got? I got meatball sandwiches, so. Hey, Dale. Welcome. Good to see you. We're going to wait to see if we get a few people in the chat here tonight, and then maybe we'll have a bit of a discussion. Shake and bake, and you helped. All right, Ontario. Did you help by raising the chickens or handing the bags to your wife? How did you help, Bill? You gotta be truthful now. You're in a live forum. Hey, CB. Sydney Bennett. How you doing? Going green, Mom? Bonsoir. All right, you paid for it, Bill. Okay, yeah, that is helping. Yes, but I mean, I thought you were insinuating that you helped with the prepping of the said meal. Hi, Julie. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? Obviously, I think you can hear me. Do I get 5x5s or 1s? We're all good, or... All right, send out all 1s if everyone's good tonight. Oh, and you cooked and prepared it. Wow. Hey, Will, how you doing? No, it isn't. It's bonsoir. Thanks, Bill. A 2. I'm getting 2s. Oh, 2s if you're good or only kind of good? Why is it, what's not all good? Your vodka with cranberry juice. Okay. All right. What are you throwing out there, Nick? Might have missed something. Throw out. Oh, thanks, Joe. Yeah, I added some comms to my preps. This is the little system here. And yeah, really, like compared to what I'm used to, this is a tiny little system. Oh, you're out of rye, bro? Sounds like you're unprepared. Ontario Homestead is unprepared, guys. Okay, so this is hang on a second. That's the little system I bought. And I do have to get a power source and build an antenna system for it. Work hard, prep harder. Lady K, how you doing? Indiana. Orange juice and vodka. You're talking about a screwdriver, sir. Or ma'am. Whichever may be the case. But anyways, yeah, so comms. Added some comms. All right, so we're talking about comms and booze, obviously. Now... Nick, you live in New Jersey. What should you do with your garden? All the plants have died now. Take out all the plants that have died and put them in a compost pile, okay? Yeah, you put them in a compost pile and you turn them into soil, okay? You finished your rum last night? Well, if you tried your rum last night with hot coffee and it was not good, it was too bitter, add a little bit of honey to it, okay? You found boxes of 22s. That's cool. Do you know what? That should have made you real happy because now you got a job to do, Joe. Tomorrow is go out and shoot a bunch of them, right? See what the consistency of their firing is, right? It depends on the soil, depends on the plants, but yeah, you want to compost as much material as you can out of your garden into a compost pile. Let it sit there. Let it do its thing. If you can put it in like a plastic black box or a plastic black painted wooden structure or whatever, so that the sun can hit it and it can compost down there. Armageddon, hello, CB. Saying hello to Southern Belle, hello. Cherry. Yeah, there you are. How you doing, Cherry? Welcome, Southern Belle. Everyone else, welcome. Yeah, go ahead and get your knock your hellos at each other too. That's cool. Slight political info. All right, what do you got, Will? I kind of heard that was on that agenda. Will, I did, and you know, when we're talking about lockdowns like that, it's not really anything that's sort of kind of foreign to us because we've all been kind of locked down for a couple of weeks anyway, right? So we're used to the idea. Hopefully, we've frickin' prepared for the idea, guys. You know what I mean? Oh, that's right. Thanks for the reminder at Nose Picking. Congrats to Southern Belle Teacher for winning the dehydrator over on Lone Star's channel. Now, it was Lone Star who asked me to go live tonight. Now, if any of you guys know how to get a hold of him, ask him where he is because it's him that asked me how to go live tonight. That Prepper Princess video, yeah, for sure. I'm not sure what you're asking there, Ontario. Sorry, brother. Where am I? I'm on the north shore of Lake Ontario in Ontario, Canada. I'm like I'm across Lake Ontario. I'm on the north shore of Lake Ontario. On the south shore of Lake Ontario, for me, I believe it's New York State. Now, my my American geography is terrible, so I wouldn't be able to tell y'all where all your states were, but I might have a good guess. They grow peaches on the South Shore? Well, it's apple territory up here, Cherry. Apples, blueberries, cherries. Yeah, both of those shores experience very nice microclimates. And I'm sure if it's good for apples here, could probably be good for peaches and stuff too. Apples are in the southern tier of the north shore of Lake Ontario, I'll tell you that, Cherry. There's thousands of acres of apples here. Thousands of acres. Northern Indiana. Okay, between Michigan and whatever's over by Detroit. Show the tats so you can properly mock them. Ontario Homestead. Okay. For Ontario Homestead, there's your tats, bro. Mock away. Yeah, you can go stand in the corner. I can have one of my turd swatters time you out for 300 minutes. Oh, there you are, Les. Welcome. Good to see you. I kind of put this up for you, Les. So, yeah, I've been waiting for you a little bit. Good to see you here, brother. And Southern Bell's here, too, the one-year giveaway, which is very nice. Nice to see you both in the chat. All right, so come up with a good comeback for that one, Ontario. I was on a live stream with Broussard Homestead earlier this evening, just before I went on live here. No, we don't need any swatting here. No, Ontario Homestead is a very, very good friend of mine. I was on the phone with Ontario Homestead. He sent me a text while I was on the live stream from Broussard Homestead there earlier. And so I excused myself in the chat from Broussard Homestead because I wanted to give Ontario a call. We hadn't talked in a little wee bit there, right? Why am I flipping the camera off? That was not for anyone here, Michigan Mom, except for Ontario Homestead. It's a personal joke. No moderators, please don't kick him out. He's a very good friend of mine. We just have this personal rapport that y'all might not understand, okay? Yeah, so anyways, I was on the phone with him, and we got talking about stuff, and he got talking about saying, "Hey, I want to chastise you on your live stream about, properly chastise me about my tattoos." But he and I were talking about getting together in the wintertime, like over February or maybe January, when we both have some downtime, right? Yeah, don't kick Ontario Homestead out. He's got me on text anyway, so he would just pester me or whatever. But no, like we're talking about getting together and doing some vids and stuff like that. We're good friends, right? You on your way, Will? All right, well, it was good to see you here. Thank you for joining. I hope you stay well and safe, you and yours. Will, please do. Yeah, that's pretty much about it, CB. But right, Ontario's a big guy, you might want to step up and see who you're slapping first. But he's gonna bug me anyways. Yeah, if you guys kick him out, he's just gonna annoy me on the phone or text or whatever. So yeah, please don't. He's a good buddy of mine, and we're looking to do some stuff together. So. Eric from California, welcome. All right, guys, so seeing as we got a bunch of you in here, I guess the title of this is Comms, Intel, and Vodka. What are you guys doing about any of that? Have you guys gone ahead and got your comms on? Vodka, okay. Well, Les wanted to sort of see how I make mine, okay? And I'm perfectly willing to show. Anyone hear of Plant Cycle? No, I have not heard anything about Plant Cycle. Cherry, no, I have not. Balefang only here. Okay. Well, I understood those are like the less expensive handheld ones. Oh, yeah, you're making homemade wine. I got a video on that too, Les. And you know what? It makes great wine. If anyone doesn't or hasn't seen Lone Star Pioneering's video on making homemade wine, go over and have a look at it because it's the simplest, cheapest homemade wine that you could possibly make and store for your prepper pantry. And once you're done making it, you can store it in mason jars, into your cellar, or whatever you want, right? Plant cycle is for swapping plants and seeds. Okay, thank you, Cherry. I haven't learned of that yet, but thank you very much for that information. That might be a good resource to go to. Okay, Dale, you got nothing for comms, which is ironically what you do for a living. You know what? That's not that ironic because, I mean, you know, the cobbler's son always goes unshod. You know what I mean? So, and the mechanic always drives a piece of crap. So, just, don't give that any second thoughts. But, like, I'll go with you on that, Dale. And comms was my background, in my military service. And I make the wine. Les makes the wine. Lots of people make the wine. Why don't you make the wine, Nick? CB, GMRS, and Baofang. Yeah, it's fairly well covered then. Armageddon. I'm looking to set up a station, like a home base, right? Which is why I got this radio. Yeah, do the cheap wine. It's good enough to serve to guests. It's good enough to cook with. Hey, Laurie. I didn't know Prepper Now was on already, or tonight. Baofang. A Baofang is like a handheld walkie-talkie type ham radio. They're a lower end, entry level handheld model. They don't have a great range. They're okay for entry level for you to try. For you to try out if you all of a sudden decide you don't like this, and you can decide I don't like this, and you know what? If you don't like it, you've only lost a few bucks, right? Prepper 101, right? Thank you again for that explanation on it. Well, Scrappy, you know what? You can make the wine, and if you've got the pocket to go out and taste test the wines and stuff like that, go ahead and do that. But I mean, as a prepper, if you've got pocket to prep really good wines into your wine cellar, go ahead and do that. But a lot of preppers like to do things on the cheap, like canning your own beans, whatever else, right? You can do it on the less expensive, right? PN, yeah, I got to get over there more, Michigan Mom. But I'm busy with other things. Oh, you got buffered out? Ah, okay. Broussard Homestead. Okay, welcome, Brett and or Amy. Welcome. I hope your appointment goes well tomorrow. Hope you're in good shape. You bought a mead kit? I got some mead in the fridge. My buddy, I bartered out with my buddy there a few weeks ago, and it's good. I had to call him and ask him because he gave it to me, and I kind of brought it home on the shelf, and I went and I checked it. I checked the bottle because he gave it to me in like a plastic soda bottle, and it was hard as a bullet. So I let off some of the gases, just because I don't want the thing to explode. But I checked it, and we were talking the other day, and I said, "Hey, do I need to store that in the fridge?" He says, "Well, if you opened it, yeah, you might want to refrigerate it." And what I did was I did open it, and I did put some in a shot glass and taste it, like to have a taste of it. And then I just put it back on the shelf instead of refrigerating it. So I corrected that, let off the gases, put it back into the fridge, and yes, Scrappy, that will explode on you. But it's actually very tasty. Do you know what? The aftertaste. That's exactly it. At first, when I first tasted it, it was like a little bit, felt a little bit sharp to me. And then after I hung back for a little bit of a while, the back of tongue, the aftertaste, did have a nice. You could taste all the low sweetness of the honey in it. Right? It was very delicious. Strawberry wine. Haven't tried making any of that. Sounds tasty though. You prefer the mead cold? Okay, well, that's understandable. Different types of wines are meant to be drank at kind of different temperatures. How they sort of hit the palate best, you know? Well, Eric, you don't have to ask Prepper 101 that. I'll just show you. What you can do is just, I'll type your name. Actually, first I have to click on my thing here. As long as I'm in the thing that I can type, I'll just hit the first couple, I'll hit the at sign, then you, first couple letters of your name, click on your name, click beside your name, and then just say hello. And that should highlight your name. Watermelon wine. Did you? John Hansen, hello from Scotland. Welcome. This this chat has gone international. Welcome from Scotland. I hope you're well. I hope all your conditions there are good and safe. John, from Scotland, if welcome to the chat, and if you could share with us what the condition of the state of lockdowns or such over there. If you could share that with us, it would be very much appreciated. Did you do the watermelon crawl? Yeah, right, Michigan Mom. Thank you. It might not work on a phone. I'm not sure. I'm working from a desktop here, so uh, I don't really know how it works from a phone. We're already starting to get more restrictions here on that CB. Okay. Noon or midnight. Well, it's 1 minute to midnight. That did that. You have a cousin who distills, made some mint extract out of it. Okay, that's one of the areas. Thank you for reminding me, Brett. That's one of the areas I did want to go because a lot of people have been asking about, how I make my own rum or this or that. So, I'm just going to jump into that here for a little bit. Okay, I'll show you guys the kit that I use and the distiller that I use to make that. Okay. All right. So these are some of the remaining supplies that I have. I went in this last week and I got some more supplies to top up my pantry. But I'll show you guys what's in this kit here. All right. And this is sort of how we make it. Okay, so all right. So what we got here is what I do is I'll take a bucket. All right, I'll take a bucket and then I'll take 7.5 You on your way, Michigan Mom? All right, evening. Good for. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Stay well and safe. All right. Okay. So I'll take a bucket and I'll throw like 2,500 grams of sugar into it, which should translate into about 6 pounds of sugar. I'll throw that into a bucket, and then I'll throw like a couple of gallons of water into it. Stir that all up. This is a package of yeast nutrients. Stir that all in. This is the yeast packet. Stir that all in. Now, this is a carbon packet that seems to want to separate, like it gets harder, and it's sort of fluid, but kind of not fluid in some of the corners where it rests. So you got to mash all that together, loosen it all up. And then you add this, and you stir all that together. Stick a lid on it, and then you leave it sit for at least 7 days. Under the right, thermal conditions. You want the right temperature and stuff like that. After it has sat long enough and has stopped doing its little bubbling thing, we have a 2-part mixture here. One of the first things you do is you take part A, you'll take part A here, you'll stir that in very, very aggressively. Then you take part B, you stir it in very, very slowly after. Now these 2 different parts are opposingly charged. One has a positive charge, one has a negative charge. So you stir one in very, very vigorously, it'll attach itself to everything. And then you stir the other one in very gently, it'll attach itself to everything else. And it'll take all those opposing charged particles, including the carbon, and it will drop all that down to the bottom of your bucket. Okay? Then what you do is you just run it out of the bucket until it runs clear. You're not going to use a whole bunch. I'll show you the. I'm not sure if I'm going to punch up a link, but I'll show you what it is, Les, and maybe you can punch up a link. Okay. So yeah, you separate all those out, you drain it off, and then you put it into this machine here. Let me show you the machine. Let's get this stuff out of the way. I'll bring it up. Yep. Okay. I'm going to have to wiggle this viewfinder down here so you can see this a little wee bit. So then you put it into this machine here. Just get some stuff out of the way here. There's the machine right there. It is called an air still by a company called Still Air. Okay. And this pumps out what is basically kind of alcohol. It'll pump out like a 60% alcohol. All right. And then what you do is you have these flavonoids where, okay, this is the vodka flavored one. You add it in certain amounts to your batch to make the vodka. Or, they got a whiskey one or a scotch one or a rum one. That's how you do it. So, so basically, yes, you're making alcohol with this, which I think it was Broussard Homestead mentioned that what you can do with that alcohol is you can just go ahead and straight up make extracts out of that, like your vanilla extract, mint extracts, orange extracts, whatever kind of extracts you want, right? Okay, Scrappy. Well, we'll get to that price point here just right shortly. All right. Okay. Well, I understand that, Brett. Um, okay, so what the price point becomes? Mm, all right, if I think the most of y'all know I'm in Canada, right? So the cost of booze up here is fairly dear. We can't uh, we can't just go ahead and go out and buy some lesser brand or cheaper brand of vodka to store up in your pantry for $7 or $8. It just doesn't happen. Okay, like for a 26 or a 26 ouncer up here, you're looking at $25 to $35 for premium brands. For a 40 ouncer, you're looking at $40, $42, right? For premium brands. So it's not cheap, Scrappy. I'll tell you that for sure. So going green, Mom. Yeah, 26 is a 750, and I think a 40 is like 1.14 or something like that. Check my math on that. It may not be exact, but so anyways, for a 26er and a 40 up here, you're looking at $70 minimum. Okay, for those two bottles. Um, once you've purchased this device and all the ingredients to run through it, once you've gone through 10 batches, your money evens out. And after that, you're making whatever choice it is of your booze is for less than 1/3 of the price. Right? So instead of $70 for a 40 and a 26er, you're looking at like $20 for those two. Well, it's not illegal. They're selling it in the store and no one's come pounding on my door. Now, it would be illegal if I got a bunch of these and started pounding a whole bunch of stuff out and started selling it. That's where they have a problem, okay? You see, Cherry, that's just a thing. It's not necessarily living large. Yes, it could possibly be living beyond your means, or it could be prepping beyond your means. You know what I mean? Like, I can make isopropyl alcohol with this, right? Yeah, I used to make beer years ago. That is probably a way I will go again, but not just now. I've got too many other things on the go right now. Like it's legal, Scrappy. It's legal here to grow cannabis. Each household is allowed 4 plants, and there is no limit on the amount that your plants are allowed to produce. You know, so you can have 2-3 pounds of cannabis stored in your household that you grew, but as long as you're not transporting or selling it, then it's really no big deal. You're allowed 6 plants per license. We don't need a license here. Some states outlaw the ability to own a still. Okay, well, do you know what, Brett? Thank you for doing that research and thank you for sharing that. Now, you also know, probably through having heard some, you know, current news within the last couple, 3 weeks, that a lot of states are starting to legalize or decriminalize cannabis, right? So there's changes coming, right? I hear ginger beer is good too. Actually, I'd like a nice homemade bottle of ginger beer. Yeah. Yeah, that would be delicious and very tasty. growing cannabis when you get rid of unwanted plants, is it still considered weeding the garden? Might be considered de-weeding the garden. Do you know what? Unwanted plants, EMT, might be males. And you want to get males out of your garden because they will wreck your females. Very many health benefits. Absolutely, right? Well, cannabis is related to catnip, right? So it's not a shocker that the cats will gravitate toward other. Do you know what, Dad? In order to broadcast, I will have to license it. However, I experienced my entire military career specializing in comms, never having broadcasted once. So, let that just let you think, okay? But yeah, that's where I'm going to go with it. I want to broadcast as well. Well, you should check into that, Les. It's like this. It's not inexpensive to get into. However, it does pay for itself fairly quickly. And, after a bit, it's an efficient way to produce that. No, I heard that cannabis and catnip are related. And let me tell you what, Les. I'll tell you what I was doing in our Canadian military here during my service during the Gulf War era, okay? I was assisting from my soil. I was assisting and protecting every allied force, including your flyboys, okay? Yeah, we got a military. Do you know what? Why don't you go on and do some research, Les? You find out what our military is. A lot of places where the U.S. couldn't kick ass in some of the bigger battles in World Wars II and I. Why don't you check out who went in and cleaned up? You're welcome, CB. I know, Lone Star, I know, I'm just busting your chops. But seriously, I mean, hell, we kicked you guys out a few hundred years ago, and you haven't been back since. It's too cold up here for y'all. So anyways, yeah, that's what I was doing in my professional military career. During the Gulf Wars is I didn't broadcast once. So can you use radios efficiently in a very effective way without broadcasting? You sure can. And get any type of radio you can, right? Oh yeah, the Acadians, that's right, Brett. Yeah. And that was the English that did that, right? Kicked the French out, right? So that's why all the francophones landed up down there, which is why down in your area you got so much parlez-vous, right? Or a lot of things are French or francophone-ish, right? A lot of things related between Cajun and French cooking. I'll tell you, man. There's a lot of similarity. So tons of similarities in there. But hey, there you go, Amy. Good to see you as well. Yeah, there's so many similarities. Like when you talk about a roux, that comes from my French culinary training, right? But y'all guys down there in the South, because you like your deep, dark sauces, okay, I can tell you about your roux and how you cook them, and how you cook them deep, how you cook them dark, how you cook them blonde, how you cook them tight or slack, right? I know about roux, how to use them. Now it's a matter of different geographical areas and what you got available, and your heat sources like peppers and such. What you want to do with that roux, right? What do you want to make it hot? Do you want to make it dark and dark and thick? You know, there's lots of different ways to it. And when it actually comes to a roux, when you're cooking a roux as you cook it is kind of a living thing while you're cooking it, and it's still alive until you break it. Now, if any of y'all don't know what a broken roux is something that won't tighten up your dish. If you cook it to a point where your roux separates, it's garbage and you got to start again, kind of deal. I really don't know of a way to save that. Louisiana is a beautiful blend of cultures, for sure. Southern Belle, absolutely, yes. Yeah, there's a big melting pot happening down there, right? And I mean, even when the English and the French were busy kicking each other out of Nova Scotia, Canada, just, 20 hours east of where I am, was a melting pot there. Everyone was landing there. And hundreds of years before the French and English were fighting it out, there was Vikings landed there, right? And they're all trying to take property from the Native Americans. So, who belongs here? I think we belong where we are. I don't think it's necessarily right how any of us all got here or where we are. I don't agree with the Acadians having gotten kicked out of Canada and being found down there in the south. I don't agree with Native North Americans being vodka grim. Yeah, it's kind of that. I'll re-explain. Welcome, Grim. There's a lot of people in a lot of countries all over the globe that really shouldn't be where they are. That happened a long time ago. What we all got to do is we got to open our eyes, look around and say, okay, here's where we are. How do we make this all work together? Right? That's what should be done. Not, there's too many folks out there not wanting to bear the blame, so they're busy deflecting the blame, right? Exactly, Lone Star. Yeah, for sure, right? Yeah, there's no room for prejudice. There's no room for it. Who belongs where? We all belong where we are. Why? Because that's where we are, right? You only have a beer, Grim? Well, cheers. I got a tiniest little bit of rum here. Cheers. There's no prejudice. There's no room for prejudice. Grim survival. You had you some White Castle? Alright. Alright, now, what I want you to do, Grim, next time you go out and get some White Castle, I want you to put up a video just eating 2 White Castle burgers. I want you to open them up, show me what it is, smash it together, and eat that so I can see what it is, okay? But yeah, every nationality is good. We've all got our positive aspects to learn from the other, and all the others have their positive aspects that we can learn from, right? So, when my ancestors, whether it was Vikings or white people from over in England or Scotland, I'm Scots, Irish, and French, in my background, but when my ancestors came over, started to take the land from the Native Americans, no right for that. There was no right for that. That's not how, that's how things were done a long time ago. Not that I agree with it. Well, I appreciate that, Grim, if you try that. I have never seen a White Castle burger in Canada. I have seen videos on how to cook them. We are all earthlings, yes. We are the human race. But I mean, don't get me wrong, Vikings did come over and meet the Native Americans at one time, right? The English came over. Wasn't it the Spanish? Juan Cristobal? Christopher Columbus came over? The Spanish or Italians? Right? They were trying to take over the world or own the world, or the Vatican was trying to own it, or, you know, England was in the race. Obviously, France was in the race. France helped liberate America from the English, right? Where do you think your Statue of Liberty comes from? Right? Hate pollutes. Hey, Kimmy. Welcome. No, no one owns the land. We belong to it, Southern Belle. We belong to it. We're like fleas on a dog. What? Exactly, Les. We're stewards of the land, or the land is stewards of us. If we don't treat it right, it'll thump us down. Right? Okay, Eric. Cool. We're talking about comms. We're talking about Intel. We're talking about vodka, making booze. It's kind of an open, free-flowing chat. I put up a video earlier tonight about adding comms and Intel to my preps. And I do make my own booze for a living, which somebody else who I saw, actually one of my moderators, Lone Star Pioneering, asked about when I was in another chat earlier, asked if we could talk about how I make booze. So we have done that. So the chat is just kind of free flowing right now, and I just kind of want to see what you guys are all up to, how you guys are doing, what input you have, what are you prepping? No kidding, Dad. Yeah. The thing about it is, they get into power so that they can have the power. That's what they're interested in, the power and the money. I don't know very many politicians who are concerned about how you and I are going to make out. They'll come around shaking hands and, pumping hands and kissing babies, but while they're leaning over kissing your baby, they're reaching over behind you and taking your wallet. So, yeah, use whatever you have and make it work. Absolutely. Well, I don't know, Brad. We talked about a lot of really, really good things on your chat earlier. Brett, you give me a break, okay? Or I'm going to start making fun of your beard. Pumping hands and kissing babies. Stealing from your wallet. Brett, you behave yourself. They don't care what they're doing. They get... Oh, Brett and Les are going to gang up on me now. Dang you guys. Yeah, they don't care what they're doing. They get in there for 4 years, they get that pension for life. It halfway makes me think about doing that. However, I wouldn't be able to sleep a wink lying to people for 4 years straight. No way. No way. Couldn't do it. Oh, you know what? Brett's just busting my chops. That's kind of what he and I do back and forth. We just kind of do that to the other. I'll openly bust out nose jokes on him. Like, I can't even see your freaking beard from the shadow of your nose. I'll say stuff like that. And Brett takes it like a man. He just kind of is like, oh, damn, yeah, I know. And we're good. We do that back and forth. The good thing about it is we support the other channel. And it's just there's a nice levity, right? And we're in times like this. We need that levity, right? Everything is so freaking serious. And the possibility of what could come after, if the seriousness of this doesn't help things out, it's going to get more serious, right? Are Canadians big on religion? Dad, let me tell you this. I am a spiritual man. I do not give one flying crap for organized religion, and my God does not need any building or money of mine. He's everywhere and available all the time. You gotta laugh, exactly. Yeah, you gotta laugh. Well, Scrappy, you know what? That's kind of one of the reasons why I took a buyout from the military. I saw how the world worked. Now, I was involved in a business in the military that not everyone sees, and it takes place on a global level. And I saw how that worked, and once I realized it, it almost made me puke. And when after I signed a second contract and learned I could take a buyout, it's like, you know what? Yeah, hook me up. We weren't saying anything good about you, Ontario Homestead. So, like, as long as you got some chicken and you got some nutrients in you, you can hide out for a while. You're cool. That's all right. We didn't say any good things about you though. But welcome back. Born in Montreal, Julie. Okay. I was born a couple hours north of Toronto. I would probably get a crazy kitten, Lori. If I got one, I'd love to have one, but it probably wouldn't be like nice and chill and mellow and relaxed. It'd probably be like dancing on my head and clawing my face off and all that, you know? But I'll tell you, I am thinking about getting a kitten because I'd like some company around here. I bet you even, like, I can't go see anybody. I don't get to visit any friends, my folks. I don't know what the conditions are down there with you guys, wherever you are. Nah, Scott, you're all right. As long as you don't be cussing too hard. Too hard. People aren't going anywhere to see anyone. I've seen my folks twice in 275 days. Same with my kids, you know? If we get together for dinner, we gotta sit 6 feet apart. Either that or have a mask on if we're any closer than that. You know what I mean? If I go out to any store up here, masks are required to go inside. There are limits of how many people can go inside. There are lineups outside. You gotta wait so that you can go in, so that there's not too many people in there, so that the store has enough space. Everyone can keep their 6 feet or 2 meters or whatever. I'm telling you. That's what it is. And there are signs in all the stores. Every store. No mask, no admittance. So, a lot of people don't want to comply, and my American brothers and sisters, I know you got your Constitution, and you love those rights, and you hold hard to them, and this and that. What if the store puts up a thing that says you can't come in unless you got a mask to get groceries? What if the state legislates that? Right? Do you guys want your rights so hard that no, it's my right to not wear a mask, and screw that, I'm not going to do that? Do you storm the store and flatten it and break everything and go lawless? Or, like if the governor of your state legislates masks are no store, what do? Broussard Homestead, yes, freedoms are being eroded. Frog in boiling water for sure. Yeah, it's a crazy thing. I can go over and walk into Walmart, and don't get me wrong, even Walmart up here is a place where you're not getting in without a mask, okay? There's like a guard at the door. Everyone that comes in needs a mask. There's hand sanitizer and all that crap too, right? But you can go into Walmart and frickin' bump around with everyone, but I can't go sit down beside my mother and have dinner without my mask on. Are you frickin' kidding me? Well, there you go, Brett. Okay, so it's coming. Anyone doesn't believe it, there it is. You vote and defund with your money. Okay, all right, I get that, EMT. How long is it going to take you to vote and defund with your money before you need that bag of rice before you starve to death? How long is it going to take before your vote is effective enough before you starve to death without that bag of rice? Seriously. Grim, I don't know about that. Hang on a second. Let's, all right, where's your proof, first of all? Now, what I'm going to, Grim, what I'm going to comment with is I'm going to comment with saying surgeons have been wearing masks for a long, long time, and they need to wear them for extended periods of time, doing very, very intricate work, okay? And none of them pass out. So, maybe it depends on what kind of masks we're talking about. Maybe we got to qualify that or something, right? Yes, there is, Brett. There is talk of a complete nationwide shutdown for 4 to 6 weeks. Oh, it's mostly in children with underdeveloped lungs? Yeah, Bill's right there. Bill, I think they're asking where you're from. That's up to Bill to disclose. Well, you know what, nose picking? I can't neither confirm nor deny, right? I don't have any of that information in front of me, so I can't make a good argument about that. However, what I can say is that surgeons wear masks for 12 and 14 hours at a time on extended surgeries. They need to be extraordinarily high thinking and high functioning with fine motor skills. And they're not dropping to the floor. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I don't know what kind of mask it is. I'm not saying what kind of mask. If it's the N95s, the surgeon's mask, whatever. If it's a piece of tissue paper in front of your face, I don't know. I don't make the rules. I'm not the scientist on the mask level of things. Personally, I use masks in my job as a interior finisher for new residential construction. I use N95 masks all the time to protect my lungs from the dust particles from me sanding drywall, which I'm very thankful for. And they're frickin' hard to find, which ticks me off. Doesn't make me happy. Well, shit. Dale, you got a good reference there? All right. Feel free to have a look at that link there that Dale Bruce just put up. I'm not sure what it's saying, and I can neither support nor oppose it because I don't know what it is. Change their masks and have breaks every so often. On breaks, assistants may step in. Okay. All right. Thank you for that input, Bell. Wally World. That's what I call it. Well, okay, you know what, Brett? All right, Legionnaire's disease is found by, or caused by breathing bacteria found in moisture. All right, I find, like, when I'm sanding out a house that I've just taped and I'm making it ready for paint and I'm doing its final sand, that's like running all day, or jogging at least, all frickin' day. Doesn't matter what the temperature is, it's like jogging all day. So when you got that mask on, you're breathing out a lot of moisture. A lot of moisture coming out of you, out of your whole body, including your breath, right? So yeah, when that mask is soaked, it is, it does have a lessened ability to do what it does. And yeah, when a mask is wet, sure, it's easier for bacteria to breed in there, especially, you know, given the right temperatures and conditions and stuff, right? Well, no, they don't stop viruses, Grim. What everybody's saying that the masks are supposed to do is stop the droplets that the virus is attached to. Not my words, that's theirs. So pretty much what they're saying, or like Trump said right from the beginning, don't wear a mask, but put a scarf over your face. Because something over your face is good. Something is supposed to catch those water droplets that the virus is attached to. This is my understanding. I'm not a professor on the matter. I don't work for any virologist or anything like that. Dang, Les, really? Well, you know what? I've had pneumonia. So I'm also compromised, right? Now, up here, we have to wear masks when we go in stores. It's mandated. The sign's right on the frickin' window before you walk in. But, that's it. You don't have to wear masks when you're out walking in public and stuff, unless you're going to get, like, bumping into people and things like that. But, I see people all the time walking down the street by themselves with no one around them. Like not even 100 yards near them, wearing a mask. I see people driving down the street in a car with the windows up by themselves, no one else in the car, with a mask on. I don't get all that myself. And Hockey mask only works if it's a Toronto Maple Leafs. Driving with a mask can be dangerous for sure, especially if you wear glasses. It can fog up your glasses, right? There's a lot of buffoonery for sure. You know, like, to be honest with you guys, even to this day, do you guys know any top-notch scientists and world leaders in the health organizations that actually know what the frick is going on and how to deal with this thing? Any of you? They don't even know, right? That's it, Bill. Maple Leafs mask will only keep away champions. Bravo. Very well said. You know, if you got to put a hockey mask on that's going to work, might well be a Habs one or something. I don't know, man. Well, they keep changing their minds about what works, and you know, they're talking about distancing and how close you can get, and how many people you can have in a yard, or how many people you can have inside of a building of a certain size, and what number of people you can have for a gathering. All right, they just changed everything this year. This week on us guys. Now it's all color coded. Now none of us know what's going on. We didn't know what was going on first, and then now they put it to colors, right? So, are they just trying to confuse us more because they don't know what the frick is going on? Because the numbers are climbing here too, right? We're getting record numbers more so than what caused the shutdowns in the first place. So, is that them trying to do this over here so you don't see what's going on over here? Like, I agree, Van called. Third color system. Do you know what? If you guys can, Scrappy and Going Green Mom, if you guys can explain those two things, I'm going to excuse myself just for a second, and I'll be right back, okay? Just bear with me, guys, please. Goodness gracious. Sorry about that, guys, and thank you for waiting. I appreciate that. Let me just put my glasses back on here and see what... No, I didn't, Bill. Yeah, numbers will keep going up, and that's, you know, regardless of real or not. And to be honest with you, it doesn't matter if it's real, right? Doesn't matter. Look what it's doing. Look what it's where it's going. Look at the control it's exercising. Look, and the control is just going to be exercised more, right? It doesn't even matter if it's real, Bill. Doesn't matter one little bit. You know, people wasted so much freaking energy about, is it real? Is it not real? I mean, like, it doesn't matter. Look what's happening, right? Yeah, whatever, nose picking. I'm going to completely not waste my time and scroll back in the chat to find that out. Yeah, that's what I will not be doing. Pee jokes, go ahead, whatever, you know, like, knock yourselves out. Doesn't matter. It's all good. Yeah, no, nose picking's all right. So yeah, you know, as I thought when somebody originally asked me about that, how long do you think it's going to last? My initial prediction was a minimum of 18 months. That's where we're going. That's where it's headed. You know, there isn't any. There's no shortcut. Are you on your way, Grandma? All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us. You stay well and safe. Get yourself some sleep, and drive safe tomorrow, brother. Urine luck. Wow. I'm usually urine like a bovine, Ontario. So if I did, you'd have heard it. Ontario. That's my buddy Bill. That's who so boldly phoned. Well, I guess I called him. He texted me during my. I was on a live stream with Broussard there. I gave him a call and we were talking about making some plans for you know, when we get some winter downtime in the construction and such, right? What was your question, Eric? I missed it. Was it for me or was it for somebody else in the chat? Because I mean, like, y'all guys participate in the chat with yourselves as well. So, well, Les, did you bust them out or what'd you do? Open the window and smoke indoors, Lori. Young lad's not home. Hey, you guys do what you do. If you smoke inside, smoke inside. If you don't smoke inside, don't smoke inside. If you can take your device outside and smoke, if you want to smoke, go ahead and smoke. I smoke indoors in my place. Now there's no one else here, and there's no pets that it will bother either. So, you know, I am mindful of that. It was a question concerning color codes for COVID-19. Okay. I know they've got new ones, and I don't really know what they are, but yeah, there's a couple people in the chat who are under those colors, and yeah, maybe they may be able to answer them better. Well, God save us all, Southern Belle. But yes, you know what? God helps those who help themselves. Um, I don't think it's Victorian cherry. I think it's in the style of a Victorian sofa. It is colored with dyes though. So I mean, like if you spill water on it, like these colors will run. So it's before, like it's after Victorian, but it's. I'm thinking it's 30s or 40s maybe, made in the Victorian style. You know what, AMT? I was having some thoughts today about kind of reflecting on what the past nuclear wars have, or not even nuclear wars, nuclear events that have happened globally, and what it does to an area and to a people, and you know that's I don't think that anyone that wants to take over another area or whatever wants to go down that road, because they'll they'll have to destroy it all and wait how many hundreds of years until all those half lives are dead. Still can't get into Chernobyl, like, and I mean, I don't even know what the research is on how it is currently in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? So yeah, there goes my sofa getting more airtime again. Yeah, that's all right. It's it's a good, comfortable sofa. I sleep on it probably 2.5 times a week, so it's nice and long. I can lay out on it, and it doesn't even matter how many's in the chat, as long as we're all chatting together. And do you know what, Eric? To be honest with you, I can't see from here how many are in the chat at the moment, just on this current setup I've got going on. But my moderators can see that, I think, or maybe y'all can have another look. You sleep in your recliner, Dale? Hey, whatever's comfortable for you. And I didn't hear a thing about it, Les, but there was a bunch of channels posting about it tonight, this afternoon, and tonight. No, there was a bunch of them. However, maybe it's a test run. And if it is, like, all right, think about it when, because that happened while you were doing a live stream, Les, right? If I'm not correct, correct me if I'm wrong. Lots of other people attempting to do lives. Yeah, it was about an hour and a half. I was having some shifty YouTube video behavior for about a half an hour before it actually went down. And when it did go down, it went down for about an hour. Yeah, slightly less, but yeah, there was at least 80 minutes of something goofy going on, and as far as I understand, it took place on a global level. Now, Les, you'll also understand that your chat was still running and people could still talk, but there was no video, right? And that was the case in many other channels too. Why? I have no idea. I haven't learned of that. I don't even have time to research that kind of stuff. I don't have time to research politics, religion, any kind of conspiracy theories, anything like that. I've got no time in my day to research anything like that. I work a full-time job. I try to prep. I got to do all my own preps, make all my own stuff, look after the place, do the dinner, cleaning, all those things, and get ready for work tomorrow, right? Plus, hopefully catch a video or two, then maybe make a video, so, and then respond to all that video interaction, right? So I got zero time to be looking at news, especially not mainstream news. If I do look at any news, it's alternative sources of media, right? Well, I know, Les, Southern Belle. I congratulated her last night and again here tonight. And that's a wicked awesome prize. Congratulations again, Southern Belle. That's awfully nice of you, Les, for you to put that up, and a very, very nice prize. All right, Bill, you out? All right, stay well and safe, you bum. Don't work too hard tomorrow. I know you're a slacker anyways, so I know it's not going to happen, but, go give it the hell, or talk to it like you're giving it hell. Yeah. All right, night, Ontario Homestead. Ontario Homestead's got some very, very good videos. He's doing all kinds of things over there, raising his own bees, good greenhouses, raising pigs and stuff like that. So there's a lot of knowledge there. Go check him out. He's a smaller channel like much of our all. And go show him some love and support. Oh, did Dad? Well, that was during the time there was some terrible problems with the YouTube, right? Yeah, F you too, Bill. Sleep well. Hope you and your family stay well, okay, bro? Night, Bill. We'll talk to you soon, okay? Oh my God. That's funny, Les. You sure you ain't in on that homemade wine you made? You sure? Really, did, Dad? That's crazy. If anyone isn't but hovering their own local butchers. Oh, butchering their own. Yeah. Well, do you know what? Bill over at Ontario Homestead is still having a waiting schedule to have some of his livestock slaughtered. So, yeah, very, very good point. Going green, Mom. Yeah. If you aren't butchering your own, schedule early, because there's a lineup. CB, great point. Yeah. Yeah, Southern Belle. We would love to hear what you end up going ahead and doing with how you enjoy that dehydrator. Are you kidding? Les, seriously? That's huge. Those are great canners. Those are beautiful. Serious pieces of gear. Yeah, well, what can I say, Lady K? I attract the finest, including your own self. I haven't done a giveaway yet. What I need to do is I need to set up a, I gotta set up a, there's a lot of things I gotta set up. I gotta set up an email address for my channel. get it posted on my page. I got to set up a PayPal account. I haven't monetized for a good long while now. I got no idea how to get paid from YouTube. Not a clue how that works. Now, I know I had to set up some account for, to get myself monetized, but I mean, Quebec Homestead helped me out with all that. Like, Quebec Homestead is sort of the administrator of my channel. She has all my passwords and everything like that. She does a lot of the administrating of things over on there. Mal does. So, like, you all don't know how much I appreciate that. I'm just not so tech savvy to know how to do all that. And I'm going to catch up on that this winter. That's part of my, I put out videos before saying part of my preps this winter will be my techs. Hey, part of it's right here. Part of it's the comms, right? Part of it is this this webcam right here. Okay, so we're getting there. We're getting there slowly, but there's more work I need to do for sure. So yeah, I do have a lot of work to do. There's a lot of things I still need to set up on my channel, but once I actually set up a email account for my channel, because I don't want to give out my personal one. I'm so freaking bad about checking my email. It's terrible. Like, terrible. The last email account that I had before I started my current personal account, I had it and I didn't check it for like 17 years. And then when I did go to check it, it turned out the company that hosted that email account was no longer even in existence. Yeah, Mallory is good people. She's freaking awesome. Oh, you don't have the watch hours less. All right. Anyone wants to help Lone Star Pioneer here? You want to go help Les out? Tomorrow, if you're going to work or going to, work outside or do whatever it is that you're doing, do the dishes, you're sitting there having a cup of tea, go on over to Lone Star Pioneering's channel and just put his playlist on. Let it run. I'm so bad at checking email. It's freaking terrible. I won a Ed over there at Prepper Nurse 1 where I moderate for Ed. He gave all of us moderators a one of those garters you stick over your face, right? With the Prepper 1 logo, the picture that he's got behind him, right? It's got his logo on it. So he offered up one to every single moderator. And I was a few weeks after, so I emailed his guy saying I didn't get my thing yet. He was like, "Oh well, I need your address." Like, "Oh, okay." Bang, sent my address, and then I guess he sent me an email back saying, "What name should I send it in?" I didn't even check it for like 3 weeks to see it, and then I was like, "Oh, any name works fine." I think like he was asking about what name should I send it to. I think I texted back or emailed back. Either is good. So I don't even know if I'm going to get one or not. Doesn't matter. No garters. No garters nose picking. As much as you'd like to see that. Gator. Now gators are also something you put over your boots. Put it over your pants and down up onto your boots so that no gravel or anything can get down inside your boots, right? Gator is just a covering of some kind to cover what area you don't want stuff to get into. Well, do you know what, Dale? I don't know. I think a gator will keep out more critters than a garter will. Garters are kind of an invitation, right? So I don't know. I don't know how you guys work it, but at least in my experience, that's the case. Ha! It's also a tree watering bag. There's so many kinds of gators out there, but I'm not wearing a tree watering bag on my face. Trust me. I don't care whose picture is on it. Leggings back in the day, tinfoil hat. All right, fair enough. Yeah, you'd wear them up over your pants and put them down over on top of your boots, down to where your foot flattened out, and it would cover your boot top from being opened, so anything couldn't get in, right? Oh, just stop it now, you guys. If you want to use the garters, put the garters on your face, but it's not going to keep many critters out, but it may be an invitation, right? Gators, kind of tasty. Sort of tastes like chicken fish. I've only eaten it raw, but yeah, go ahead, guys, over and click on Les's link there at Lone Star Pioneering. Let his playlist run there so he can get some hours up, so he can go ahead and get monetized. You like to put your hands into a muff and keep them warm. Nose picking. Well, muffs can be warming. Raw, yes, raw. Yeah, I tried it raw. Alligator. Not muffs. You on your way, Southern Belle? Okay. Lovely to see you here. Thanks so much for joining us. And congratulations again on winning that dehydrator. And to be honest with you guys, it's getting late here too. I got to get up and work in the morning as well. So I'm going to call it here shortly as well. You had a Gator restaurant in Kingston? Oh, you had Gator at a restaurant in Kingston. Was it Chez Peggy? Or Copper Penny? What restaurant, Jerry? Night, Les. I know knows. Thank you, Dale. You as well. Oh, tall ships. Okay, you were right down by the water, right by the harbor then. Okay, fair enough. All right, I'm going to call it. You guys all stay well and safe. Prep hard. If you don't have your comms on, get your comms on. Because if they shut things down, like they did on YouTube last night, we're going to want to communicate with the other. And, if they shut that down, they can shut other things down. So get other sources of comms going on. And you may need some vodka to soothe your needs. So anyways, that's what I'm going to have for you guys tonight. Thanks so much for joining me. And hope everyone stays well and safe. Get through tomorrow, and we can all have a good weekend. All right? God bless. Stay well, all. North.